Can you please lead us in our invitation?
Heavenly Father, here we are again, thanking you for all of the blessings that you've brought upon this club, the new members, the excitement they brought to our club. We just so appreciate that. We would appreciate you sending more because some of our bodies are getting a little worn out. And that would be just the pipers, right? Yeah. Lord, bless this food to our body and all the activities that we are getting geared up for. In Jesus' name, amen.
Thank you. And Line Rick, can you please lead us in our Pledge of Allegiance?
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
And Lion David, would you please lead us in song?
My country is a free, sweet land of liberty, of thee I sing. Land where my fathers died, land of thy pilgrim side, from every mountain side, let freedom ring.
Thank you.
Is that your happy dog?
It's good. Lion Tamers, do we have any guests?
President Sharon, fellow Lions, we have 3 guests signed in. I will let Greg introduce his, Carrie Ann introduce hers, and David introduce.
President Sharon, fellow Lions and guests. We have a guest from our Saturdays thing at the library, and his name is Jack Russell.
President Sharon, fellow Lions and guests, I have a guest today. I'd like to
Quiet, please.
introduce again Lois Smith, the Executive Director of United Way here tonight.
President Sharon, fellow Lions and guests, I'd like to introduce my grandson, River Dillinger.
Thank you. And we have Cindy for the... Oh, who? Past President Cindy for Sunshine.
I'm sorry, I didn't know who was doing it today.
Okay, President Sharon, fellow Lions and guests, I spoke with George Rader yesterday. He's going in for surgery today, not tomorrow. And it's in Beaverton, and that's all I know. So I'll reach out to him tomorrow and see how he's doing. And I'll be sending him some flowers. We visited with Steve Johnston last week, Ann and I did, and he would love visitors. So please come and see him. He's in room 201 at Beacon Hill. And I texted him today because we're going to see him after the meeting, and I got a response in less than 15 seconds about coming up there, so he is bored. I spoke to Dolly Harvey last week, and she explained more about what's going on with Doug. He has a thing that's called TDS, and right now it's something that attacks his white blood cells. And so what he's doing right now is he's going in for 2 shots a week. That started last Tuesday, continues through today. Then they're going to test him and see if it's done any improvement. If it has not, they're going to stop treatment and he'll just go deal with it. So reach out to them and thoughts and prayers. I'm sure they'd appreciate it.
Okay, we can go ahead with the
Ready to go?
bucks. Yeah.
Okay. Where's your money, past President Pat Palmer?
Oh, okay. President, Chair, and fellow Lions and guests, well, this is the week where everything starts to happen. Today, companies today got a new machine, a new wide format machine. So we're pretty excited about that. We've been fighting the old one that's been going on for about a year. So it's always fun to have a new toy in the house. Second happy buck, of course, is today is my oldest son Dylan's 40th birthday. So I'm going to be headed up to Paulsville this afternoon and go out to dinner and do all that stuff that you do when you're a milestone birthday. Third happy buck is, Friday morning, taking off for Fort Lauderdale. Be gone for a week on a wonderful cruise and be celebrating my birthday on Friday on a jet airplane. So imagine there'll be out of vodka by the time we land. That's what I'm guessing. Fourth happy buck is, what was that one going to be? Oh, heck, I don't know. And the fifth happy buck is that you will not see me next Tuesday.
I think we have a birthday song to sing. Oh, we have another birthday, I understand.
Oh, is it for Pat?
Karen.
Is it for Pat?
Karen. And
Or
Pat
is it for
Karen. No, Karen.
Oh, Karen's birthday? You?
Who? Oh, I know Pat. I was also told another one over here over my shoulder.
Is it true though? Karen?
Karen Stagley. I understand it's your birthday this week.
Okay. Happy birthday. Happy birthday to
Lion.
Okay, I gotta sing all by myself, okay?
President, Chair, and fellow Lions and guests, I have a happy $2 bill. Every year I try to make some charitable donations, like to Lions Club International, Salvation Army, and sometimes to the Parks Department. This last November I made a nice contribution to the Parks Department, and 3 months later we finally now have a new park bench in front of the Lions shelter on 17th.
Lion character.
Sharon, fellow Lions and guests, I have a happy dollar because 50 cents for volleyball one day, 50 cents for soccer the next day. We had another busy weekend.
You're still alive. Past District Governor Steve Patterson.
Just stuff. President, Chair, and Lions and guests, just one happy dollar today. It's probably within a month we'll have all of the things that we packed and shoved into the dry box. We got rid of 10 bins today. Terry Smith is moving into the Canterbury, so we've got 10 or 15 more for you pretty quick, Terry. Anyway, the saga continues.
Past President Cindy Sessions, we're back to you. Oh, she wrote it down.
President, Sharon, fellow Lions and guests, I have some happy dollars. One is Ann and I went shopping. She kept telling me about this store that had really good buys, and we finally went to there, and I found 3 new dresses. And it was a lot of fun. It's in the old Longview Elks building. It's down there downstairs. They've got everything from A to Z and then plus. I'm talking clothing, they've got household, they've got, you name it, they've got it. And so that was a lot of fun. What's that?
You got any drums?
I didn't see any. Also, my flowers are blooming, so that's another happy dollar. So I'm bringing them out from under the deck so they can get sunlight now. So happy, happy, happy.
Basement of the Longview Mills. I saw they were remodeling that.
Oh, it's cool.
Oh, yeah, you, past president Greg Bird.
President Sharon, fellow Lions guests, this has to do with Karen Stangel's birthday coming up in a week and a half. In a week and a half, she'll be as old as I am.
At least she doesn't look that old.
And the other dollar is anniversary dollar. My current wife and I are celebrating 47 years today.
Oh, yeah. Past District Governor Mike Parker.
President Sharon, fellow Lions and guests, donated $5 today because I want to thank everybody that attended Kathy's service Saturday. I'm very appreciative. Joy and I both are. I told Greg beforehand, the reason I'm giving $5, I'm going to tell a very short story. What day was it? Sunday, I think. I went to have lunch at Applebee's, and there's a server in there named Ellie that Pat and I got to know years ago. So she knew that Kathy's service was Saturday, but she couldn't go, but I gave her one of the handouts. And she looked at it, and she got the most quizzical look on her face. She says, "This says that your daughter would have been 55 on Saturday, or Friday." I said, "That's correct." She said, "Well, how old was your other daughter?" And I said, she would have been 56 on my birthday last November. She says, "How old are you?" And I said, "Well, I turned 80 in November." "God, I've known you for a long time, but and Greg will love this. I've known you for a long time. I thought you were between 60 and 70.
I told you Greg's older than dirt. Lion.
Honorable President Sharon, Lions and guests, I put $2 in actually. This is a happy buck for someone else who's here, another Lion. It's not for myself. We were talking with another member of the community recently, and they were got into a conversation about celebrations and anniversaries and things. And this person said, "Oh, I had this one that was really great. It was back over 40 years ago. It was a first date." And the person took her to, where did you take her? Earthquake Ethel's. I'd never heard of the place, but Earthquake Ethel's, have you ever heard of that? It was in the Portland area. So this person took her there over 40 years ago, and she was so excited about it, she said, "The best part is when we left, we were holding hands." And I think that story continues, so maybe that lion can continue the story. Sitting up there in the corner.
Lion sitting up there, sitting in the corner, yes, needs an extra $1 now. Look out. Come on through, kid. In case you missed it, he's saying happy birthday. Oh, yes, you PCC, Hal Palmer.
Fellow Lions, President Sharon, guests, fellow countrymen. Gotta tell you, the first thing I'm really happy about is that I got this really cool boat years ago that turned to be less than cool. I have a picture of it sailing away on Saturday. I'm pretty happy about that. Second happy dollar is helping Lonnie and Morgan and Jan Heaton load up the U-Haul. And I gotta tell you, we need boxes. Most all the heavy stuff is lifted. If anybody's got any boxes, just let me know. I could really use them. And I guess the final happy dollar is the 5 cookies that were left on my table.
They're still there.
They're still there, right? I saw him looking at them. Yeah, and he'll be grabbing one soon. And you know, I turned 79 in June, and I never in my wildest dreams thought I'd have a brother who is, what, 68? Is that what it is?
7, math major.
Okay, 69. Okay, he looks 69. Never thought that would happen. Oh my goodness. The Lord blessed and he takes away sometimes. No, he doesn't take away. My favorite brother. Or as my wife said the other day, I said, well, am I your least favorite husband? She says sometimes, and sometimes you're my most favorite. I didn't dare ask what I was that day.
How many dollars did you
Oh, wait,
put in
Hal.
that bucket?
Look over there, look over there.
Hey,
You don't need them. I am so sorry I missed this wonderful child over here. You're right, past president.
Tell me which one's best.
Dollar for you. President Sharon, fellow Lions and guests. I don't know if anybody is aware of this, but Marnie is leaving us. She is moving to Florida, she thinks. So we are going to have a go-away lunch for Marnie this Friday at 1 p.m. at Unforgettable 2, which is at 1121 Commerce, 1 p.m. this Friday. Just a going away lunch for Marnie.
Hey,
Florida.
I love it. He has taken a bite out of almost each one of these cookies. Now, do you want me to give it back to Hal?
No.
Yes, promise. Pass this one to Mr. Cal, who, by the way, is the cookie man.
And also the earthquake ethyl man. $5 today. First of all, nothing really. I should back up a little bit. Our dog a year ago in November was diagnosed with early stage kidney failure and given about a year to live. She's still with us, but what that means is they need to go frequently and sometimes without a lot of notice. So Saturday morning I was getting dressed in the closet after checking her that she was sound asleep. I got my pants on, my shirt on, and then I heard her collar. Hustled out real quick and stepped into a large puddle of pee. Happy birthday to me. What a great way to start my birthday day. Second dollar, was able to attend 2 celebrations of life. One for Kathy Parker, Mike's daughter, Joey's mother. And the other, after hustling home, I got to watch the live stream of Kristen McPherson's memorial celebration of life. That's Al Hunt's daughter, and that is available online if you'd like to watch it. It was a very heartwarming celebration of life. Dollar number 3, I will admit to being the person at Earthquake Ethel's 49 years ago in February. Set up on a blind date by our 3rd vice president who took us there. John and I were both very impressed with the sound system. Didn't really care much about the disco music, but the sound system was pretty impressed. And I did walk home or leave the place holding hands with my wife that a couple of years later we got married to. Very grateful for those that purchased Girl Scout cookies. I put a plate on each table. I was a little concerned that I put a plate on Hal's table because he was all by himself to eat a whole plate of cookies, but thankfully somebody took care of that, so thank you for sharing that. Enjoy the cookies. Paige did meet her.
When I sang too.
Paige did meet her goal, which was nice. If anybody has extra cookies, I'm sure River or somebody else would enjoy them, so be sure to share them to other tables if somebody else is interested in cookies. Quote of the week from Helen Keller. No pessimist ever discovered the secret of the stars, or sailed to an uncharted land, or opened a new doorway for the human spirit.
Okay.
Hey, River, which cookie did you like best?
I don't want to hear this.
It wasn't the peanut butter.
The mint, a classic mint. Wow, okay.
Did I miss anyone? No? Yes? No? Okay. President Sharon.
Thank you. I'm going to pass this on to Lion Mary, and we can go on with our program today.
No, you're not.
That's
We're not quite ready.
Not quite very bad.
You're not ready yet. You're having problems or no, I can move on without it. If it's the PowerPoint giving you issues, you can skip it.
It's my son. Who is the email coming from, by the way?
Ariel, not large at.
Ariel, okay.
Well, I guess that's a sign. If it didn't go through, like I said, I can move on without. The program's not ready yet.
Oh, go ahead.
Go ahead. President Sharon, Collins, and guests, if St. Rose Catholic Church can be trusted, it was announced at our Mass Sunday that Dr. Tom Little passed away. And I have no other information than that. And anyway, for a lot of us here, he was a wonderful man. People that worked at Reynolds said he didn't have any little fingers. And anyway, he was a great lion. So.
He was number one. Uh-oh, Greg. You're I'm number 7.
There you go.
Sharon, Alliance, and guests. I don't know if everybody knows, but I went home to be with Mom in California. And she's fine, she's better. She just had some heart tests, and I'll go back May 11th to find out what those are. But she's still a whip, so she's all right. She wanted me to say hi to everybody, so I have this little recording. And if we can all say hi to her, she would be ecstatic. So, on 3, okay?
Can we count to 3?
Yep. You can even count backwards if you want. Mary Jean. Most say Mom, but it's okay. Mary Jean's good.
Mary Jean.
Yeah. Hi, Mom. That's where I am. If someone's level, say hi. Feel the love, Mom. Thank you, everybody.
You're welcome.
Madam President, Sharon, fellow Lions guests, my pleasure to introduce today a very special program. Becky is from Eden Hospice, and we appreciate the fact they're back and open again. And she's going to share with us a little bit about what's going on in the new affairs of the hospice and how it's working in Longview.
Hello everyone, I am Ariel. I am the Assistant Executive Director for Eden Hospice, and I'm here with Becky today, who invited me to join her. It's nice to see so many familiar faces. I think I've been here before, at least once. So I am here to talk a little bit about Eden. It has been a privilege to work with them over the last 2 years, and one of the things that I have learned about what we provide our community is that it's so much more than just healthcare. And I also have learned that a lot of people do not understand really what hospice is. When I talk to people about hospice, what they say is, oh, well, that's if you're dying. That's if you're taking your last breaths. And that is not the case. Hospice starts well before then, and it continues after. It is for people who have a terminal diagnosis. And usually it means somebody has 6 months or less to live. However, none of us have a crystal ball. And we have patients that are on service with us and have been for, I think our record is 4 years, almost 5 years on hospice. So just because somebody says hospice might help, doesn't mean that it is the end. It means that we're moving towards comfort and quality of life over curative measures. We're no longer going to the doctors regularly and being poked and prodded and x-rayed and in and out of the hospital every week. We're now providing care in a home setting, nurses 24/7 available on call to come support you, where you can stay with your loved ones, with your pets, in the home that you may have been in for the last 50+ years. So that is the goal of hospice. And a lot of people, like I said, it's sort of a dirty word. They don't want to hear it, they don't want to talk about it. But it's something that has provided immense comfort to, I'm sure, many of you here in this room. Another program that is new for Eden that I want to talk about is palliative care. Our palliative care program is now just over a year old, and a lot of people have never even heard the term. Palliative care is also for someone with a chronic diagnosis that needs symptom management. But the goal of palliative care is 4 parts. It is to help with that symptom management. It is to help with coordination of care. So if any of you or someone you love feels like they're going to a different doctor every week, they're saying they need the primary doctor and the specialist and the, and then follow-ups. And it's hard to coordinate all that care, to make sure you have transportation getting to and from all that care. Palliative care helps with that coordination and make sure that you have resources to get to the appointments you need to. It also helps with advanced care planning and goals of care, so that you can identify what your goals of care are and make sure that everyone on your care team is respecting those wishes that you have about your health and about what choices you want made on your behalf. Palliative care right now is a program that it's called non-billable, which means our patients on palliative care never receive a bill from us. And it is a program that's available to pretty much everybody, with the only exception being Kaiser. We work with them, you have to go through Kaiser to get approval. Everyone else, it is open if you have chronic diseases that need better symptom management. And it works alongside your primary doctor and any specialists that you may have. I'm going to ask Becky to pass these out. These are a couple flyers that we have. One of them is our PalCare versus hospice, so that people better understand the difference and when one might be appropriate versus another. I also have some general information about hospice and some of the myths around hospice and what the facts are. So we'll be passing that out as well. And we also have brochures here about both palliative care and hospice. Now, I know that it was mentioned about kind of the history with Eden. I know many of you were familiar with community home health and hospice. It was an incredible program in the area. It was actually, my understanding, is the oldest hospice house in the U.S. Now, when community closed, Eden took over that contract. And what that means is that Eden got all of the people. The building was purchased by Peace Health. So there is still a care center in the community, but it is not owned by Eden. I like to say that we took the heart of community because we did bring all those staff over with us. And it's been an incredible journey during this transition. Of course, it's been 3 years now since that happened. So it's been quite a while in some ways and not very long at all in others. But our team has been an incredible group of people to work with and provide this care. And right now, we do not have a care center, like I said, but we are contracted with multiple facilities in the area. So if somebody can't stay home, rather than only having one option, we now have many options where they can be placed, and that can be long-term or short-term. So if somebody needs what's called respite care, just a few days of a break from caregiving for their loved one to be someplace safe so that they can participate in regular activities, sleep a full night. Those things are still available through Eden. And with the way our program has been developing, we're looking at better ways to support our community members, like through programs like palliative care. So if you or anyone you know in the community maybe has a chronic disease, has been having more and more symptoms, is having to go to the doctor or the hospital more frequently because the symptoms are changing and the medications they're prescribing aren't being as effective for as long, palliative care may be a great option for them. And a lot of people think that hospice has to have like a primary doctor as a referral source, so you have to get a referral, and that's not the case. Anyone can come to hospice. It is a self-referral program. Our medical team would be the one to evaluate and see if you're appropriate. But the big things that I look for when talking to families about their loved one is whether or not they're hospice appropriate. Have they had weight loss in the last 6 months? Have they had increased symptoms in the last 6 months? Are they sleeping more than they were 6 months ago? And have they been able to have they had less participation in their usual activities compared to 6 months ago. So 6 months ago, they were walking to the mailbox and back every day, or going to the Lions Club every week. And now they can't do that anymore. Maybe they can only walk down the hall and back. Those are people that may be hospice appropriate. And hospice doesn't mean giving up. It means that your quality of life is what's most important, and having that 24-hour on-call support so that you can have your symptoms managed rather than having to wait for weeks to be seen by a doctor or having to go to the hospital. If that is your goal, to have that symptom management immediately, then hospice may be the best choice for you. I'm also going to have Becky pass out our hospice myths and facts and our senior resources. And you guys will see a familiar name on the senior resources list. This is just a general list of organizations in the community, and the Lions Club is on there for the incredible programs that you offer for hearing aids and your glasses programs. So these are just resources in the community, because as many of you probably know, in some ways Cowlitz County is a resource desert. There is not a lot here compared to larger communities. But I actually like to challenge that, because we do have a lot. There are so many incredible organizations and nonprofits that are stepping up to fill the gap and meet those needs. The problem is a lot of people just don't know they're out there, or that that's an option for them. So once again, for this senior resource guide, please know that even if it doesn't apply to you, please keep it, share it with someone in the community. You never know who might be looking for support in ways that you had been unaware of, and or maybe didn't know were available within the community. Are there any questions?
I just want to say thank you for your organization for hospice. My cousin, who was more like a brother to me, Brett, passed away a few years ago of lung cancer. And he was very, very happy with hospice and the treatment he got. I learned about your other treatment where you took care of him for a long time before he passed. And so I just want to thank you for that. I also want to say that I like very much how you have your hair done.
Well, thank you.
It reminds me of a mermaid. She's got hair.
So I will say that it's fun, because I actually work with a lot of dementia patients. And a lot of people don't understand dementia very well, but it is a progressive disease, and there comes a point when they're hospice appropriate, and it's sometimes harder to tell. Usually the rule of thumb is if they're no longer able to hold a conversation that makes sense, they're hospice appropriate. However, when I go into these memory care facilities, because I dress vintage, so many of them go, Auntie, Mom, or it brings up memories. Oh, I used to wear my hair like that when we'd go square dancing on Thursdays. And it's been an unexpected and wonderful thing, because it has brought up so many incredible memories with the families that I get to meet with and help support. So, thank you. Are there any other questions?
So,
Go ahead.
yeah, just to be clear, did I hear you say you don't have anybody in the facility? Or did I hear that wrong?
So the building is owned by Peace Health.
Right.
So when community closed, we got all the staff, and Peace Health purchased the building.
Right.
So now Peace Health has and operates the care center for their patients.
Okay. So,
We're contracted with other agencies, so we're contracted with Americana, Beacon Hill, Woodland Care Center, Frontier, and other places. So if somebody cannot stay safely home, we do have multiple options for them.
okay, because some of us have said goodbye to a lot of good friends in that facility over the last 10 years, 15 years. I remember past district governor Jim Reineke. He was there, and Eileen was sitting next to him, and he said, "When's dinner? When's dinner?" He got us dinner and ate the whole thing, and he acted like it was the best meals he'd had in a long time.
Yeah, that's it.
So I just have a question for everyone. Who here has had a loved one on hospice services? It's pretty incredible. And with that, pretty much everyone in the room raised their hand. And I'm sure that they had an impact on your loved ones' quality of life during those last few days, or weeks, or months. Statistically, people on hospice actually live longer than those without hospice support. So, and I will have to double check this, but I believe when I last checked about a year ago, it was an extra 23 days with hospice support compared to not having hospice on board. A lot of people are always concerned, well, what if something happens, we can't go to the hospital anymore, and that's also a myth. You can still go to the hospital. We do take you off of hospice support so you can seek that care, but you can come right back on after. So an example I like to use is we had a patient that had a fall and had a big gash on their leg, and they were going to need a bunch of stitches. They went to the hospital, got the stitches, came home. They never needed to get removed. They were never removed from hospice support because they never were admitted to the hospital. But for somebody who has concerns and goes to the hospital and is admitted, we pause that hospice services so they can seek that care. But our goal is prevention. We want to prevent that person from ever needing to go to the hospital. The other thing that I like to say is that people graduate off of hospice services. So just because you start doesn't mean that you don't improve and eventually no longer need that support.
One of the things I like about hospice is they offer in-home care, so the patients can stay home with loved ones around them.
Absolutely. It's one of the things, it's very, very rare for me to come into a home and for them to say, I don't want to be here anymore. Get me out of here. Everyone wants to stay home when they can. Yes?
3 years ago, almost 3 years ago, when my wife was terminal with cancer, I kept her home. And I can't say enough about the nurses. They're the most compassionate people I've ever seen. It still hurt, but it made stuff easier.
Thank you. And it does. Losing somebody is never easy, regardless of how prepared you are for it. But I'll also say that one of the things that I really value about hospice in general, this isn't unique to Eden, but we continue to follow up with families for 13 months after the loss of their loved one. We offer bereavement support, we offer group visits, we offer just continued touch points so that you know we care and we can connect you to support if you're not grieving in a way that is healthy or that if you need extra care or resources. Because none of us know how grief is going to affect us. And we don't want to leave you alone. You're not alone. Is there another question?
Yes. I just had a question about financial responsibilities on the patient. Is there a charge for this, or is it medical insurance?
So insurance, Medicare covers 100% of hospice. There's no copay, no deductible. It covers the equipment, the visits, the medications, all the supplies. So if your loved one needs Depends, chuck pads, wound care, all of that is provided through hospice. If there is somebody who is younger and maybe does not have Medicare, we work with their insurances. There's a variety that we work with. Kaiser is one of the more common, and the MENA programs. So yes, absolutely. We also work quite closely. We have several pediatric patients as well. So it is not limited by age. And we work with a very wide range of patients. And everybody is unique, and it's one of the things I appreciate about hospice is we were able to tailor the care to that individual and support them. But even when we have had patients that have not had any insurance, there's always a way. We make sure that that patient has support, because the last thing we want to do is have that family worrying about a bill at the end of it. Are there any other questions?
Thank you. On behalf of the Longview Pioneer Lions, we have one of our glasses for you. Thank you so much for being here with us and sharing this important information with us. Okay, we are going to move right along with announcements, and I am going to pass this over to Second VP Ann.
President Sharon, fellow Lions and guests, we have a couple of announcements. We did a volunteer fair, so maybe John or David Nunes can speak on that. It was successful on Saturday. And then also we have Kalama sign-ups for a visitation. So that's going to be on the 23rd, which is a Monday. Dinner is at 6. People generally get there about 5:30. And we're also going to do a presentation on Darlene's project for plastics. So it sounds like we're going to have quite a few people going. It should be fun. So Mira's got the sign-up back there for Kalama.
Where are they meeting now?
Nazarene Church. And then also, just a follow-up with Greg Price that was here from Forever Fit Gym. So we are going to be continuing to collaborate. We're going to have a group photo in front of the gym on Saturday the 21st, 10 o'clock in the morning. You don't have to be a member to be in the picture, you just have to support. Basically our slogan is going to be staying fit to serve. So and then of course he's going to be handing out free one-year memberships to whoever shows up if you haven't got one already. And we just look forward to collaborating. And he's not after the almighty dollar, he's after people just getting fit. It's as simple as that.
What day was that again?
That's going to be the 21st at Forever Fit on 18th.
What time?
What do you want them to wear? 10 o'clock. Might look like you're going for a workout or something, maybe sweatpants and something Lions, whatever you want, but just wear some Lions. Maybe a barbell or something.
Did you say a bar bill?
How about a dumbbell? So we have our evening meeting. That's going to be the 19th, coming up at 6 p.m. at Ashtown Brewery. Everybody's welcome. And then we have a board meeting coming up this week on Thursday, 8 in the morning at Life Mortgage, and everybody is welcome.
See Jack.
Oh, okay. See Jack. So that's at the dental, what?
Over by Happy Kids.
Happy Kids Dental.
Upstairs,
second floor.
203?
Suite 203. Happy Kids Dental, Suite 203.
Ryan Greg.
President Sharon, fellow Lions guests, announcement tomorrow
Did you have it?
evening. It's our monthly Sight and Hearing Foundation meeting. Any Lion is more than welcome to attend, see what we do. Talking with Jane, we don't have a lot of applications this month, so it'll be relatively short, but any Lion can attend.
Did you have an announcement?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Just reporting on the
President who?
President Sharon, Lions and Yes, Most Honorable Rick, and myself. Just reporting on our little adventure at the library last Saturday, and it actually went pretty well. I thought it'd be a waste of time, but hey, Jack showed up today. I handed out probably 6 or 7 or so of my business cards from the Lions. So, but it was pretty productive. Both Dave and I said if we do it next year, we need to bring candy because everybody had candy except for us. So I had to go over there and steal their candy. Yeah. I'll see Mark next year. But anyway, it was a good little outing, and if anybody wants to do it next year, it's and Spencer showed up for 2 hours too. So.
Wow. Did we ask Jack why he showed up today?
Oh, that might be cool. Because she sent me an email.
President Sharon, fellow Lions and guests. Past president meeting is going to be this Thursday evening at the shop. So 3/12 at 6 p.m. at our Lions shop past
president meeting.
Isn't that in conflict with your, isn't that in conflict with your Thursday night meeting?
Okay, Mr. Governor Mayor? Or actually, Terry, go to Terry first, or, well, it don't matter. I was just trying to keep it.
Age before beauty.
Oh, I didn't say that.
President Sharon, fellow Lions and guests, got a couple of things. One quick report on Russ case. I said he had gone in for some surgery and stuff. It was on his back, and he's back home. Feeling good as far as I know. I mean, so you don't need to see him at all. He never comes here anyway, so. The other thing is the Boy Scouts was here a couple weeks ago, and for 30 years, we've been, at least 30 years, we've been helping out with those guys. Basically, me is helping out with them. And of course, all you guys, when they do help with us, and we work with them. So at any rate, they've changed things around a little bit. We need to have an executive officer. I think Rick has agreed to take that over. There's another officer, executive officer or something. Anyway, that's the job that I held. I held both at one point. And after 30 years, I'm not going to do it anymore. So,
Another good 30 years, didn't you?
well, I know, but yeah, I got to start back with Cub Scouts. Anyway, if anybody would like to do this, he's once again wants to come up to the board meeting and help Rick out to try to get his name on there at least. They have to have all this done by the end of March, so he's really anxious. So if anybody wants to do that job, why don't you come to the board meeting on Thursday, and that'd be nice. The last thing I have is, as the awards chairman, one of the gals didn't show up for the award last month. Actually, yeah, when I awarded it, it was for Unsung Lion of the Month, January 2026. And we were giving them all out to tail twisters and lion tamers. And Pat wasn't here, so Pat, congratulations. You held the job for a while.
Come on up here, Pat.
Get up here, Pat. We need photos. President Sharon, while they're taking that photo, how many would like to get Lonnie Morgan out of town? Raise your hand. We really need boxes. Does anybody have boxes?
I am moving myself, so no, I need boxes too.
Anybody else? You have some boxes? Oh, that'd be fine. We got lots of tape. Thank you very much. Way to get involved. Hey, that's a great shirt also.
Pass this to Governor Marin.
President Sharon, fellow Lions and guests, two things. I need the Boys and Girls Committee to meet with me over here to the left of the front door here. After club, just for a few minutes. The other thing is just a reminder that convention is coming, and I have applications if you haven't registered yet. So I'll see the Boys and Girls Committee after the meeting.
Okay, thank you. Was there anybody else that had an announcement that I didn't get to?
Al Palmer's still on there.
We already knew that. Okay, let's get out your blue tickets.
But he's still 5 cookies short. You still will be five cookies short.
We have 438 1 6 0 160. Greg Firth will draw.
I think it's up to 12 bucks.
Yeah, and did we ever find out how much it was last, or? Oh, that's all right.
Did you remember who won?
Marnie.
Oh, sorry, Marnie. Excuse me.
Okay, red tickets. We have 160-056. Judy, where would you like that to go? Diabetes. Okay, and then we have our desserts. President Sharon, first pick goes to Al Palmer. Yes! You should give it to your brother for his birthday. Second pick goes to Marty. And we have a third choice today, and it goes to John. Good? Yay! All right, everybody, have a great week. Oh, what was it?
Queen of Clubs.
Okay, Queen of Clubs. Okay. Have a great week, and we'll see you next Tuesday.